Come on, Zay, which one? Oh, am I in the way? I'm Xaviera. I'm one box over. I'm unboxing my UDCap gloves today. Oh, you want to look? Yeah, sure. Well, come on. Let's go open it. I have been waiting months for these to finally show up, and today is the day. Let's jump in. Finally. Right, first look. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, I see them. We have one large box, one small box. All right. Get that lined up. So the first box was a 14 by 6. This one I'd say is about 11 by 6. Then we got the small box. I assume one is going to be the mounts, one is going to be the gloves. Starting with the small one. Come on, there we go. All right, so 2 brackets for my 5 trackers that I'm going to be attaching. And it comes with a little screwdriver. I'm going to go ahead and put this aside for later so I don't lose it. And we get a UDCap case. I don't plan on moving around too much with these. I would have to move one of my base stations. All right, let me just get this out of the way. And let's see. Okay. Gloves and some type of strap. I'm not entirely sure what these are for, but I'm sure we'll figure it out later. Very stretchy. Very soft too. Oh, looks like we have a USB here, but I really just want to see the gloves. L. All right, we have USB-C to USB-C, and then we have fingerless gloves. It looks like these would go on the inside here. Oh, both of the gloves are in this case. And here they are. Both of these gloves should weigh about 45 grams per glove. Looks like we have a USB-C for charging. And these batteries are supposed to last 14 hours. All right, these are the extra large gloves. I'm just gonna clear my space a little bit. I am gonna open these packs and make sure I can get these fingerless gloves on. But I am glad that these gloves are fingerless, so I can wear my nails inside. I am wearing them short today. Okay, start with the left one. All right, this is a good sign. This fits perfectly. Not too much resistance. Let's get one on. They probably included these gloves because there was an issue with tracking. People were returning gloves because sweaty hands, and it would apparently mess up the glove. So I did not know that they put these in. And of course we have the USB adapter. Looks like USB-C on one side. Go ahead and put that off. All right, and this is probably going to be the pairing USB. I do expect there to be a second one in here, but it's not completely obvious. Maybe it's in one of these. Pop it open. Oh, this is the controller module. Very clicky. Here it is, left joystick controller. And I'll put the left one on the left and the right one on the right. All right, so we have some USB cables here. One for each controller. All right, let's pop open these bad boys. USB-C on one side, and this is probably a USB 3.1 on the other. Let's pop open the other one. All right, let's see. Stretchy. Really good high quality fabric. There is a different texture on the top than there is on the bottom. All right, let's start with the left one. That is a good fit. My nails fit just right. Very stretchy. Very comfortable too. They feel like they're made of spandex or polyurethane. Looks like it's the same fiber used for sports clothing, so it's stretchy. But considering the palms get sweaty, I think the fabric type was a good choice. Yes, they fit perfectly. I am obsessed already. I'm gonna go ahead and do the assembly and get these attached, but I don't really see how I'm supposed to attach these on. Oh, bad. Looks like from the picture they attach over to the side. Pop open this one. It says right on that side. Left, right. Written right on that. I did see that there was something on their website saying that you need to make sure you have the left and right on the correct sides, or else your controls are going to be inverted. All right, gloves, control modules, dongle cradle, USB cables, charging cables, dongle, let's see, and USB-C to USB-C. Here is the other USB. Both of these do not share a tracker. It's one per glove. And there is the other USB cradle over there. I did not see these on the directions though. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Yep, definitely not on here. I put the gloves on. And how do those go on here? This goes on to the index finger. Then it plugs in from the battery pack right there. There's the power button on the other side. And they want me to connect the dongles to the USB-C. I also have to install the software. I don't know if these are charged yet though. Let's see. Yeah, those straps are definitely not on these directions. Probably something they include later, but I think it's going to touch there. Velcro there and there, the top of the finger. There, Velcro on the bottom of this module. No, that does not look like it goes on like that. Oh, there's Velcro on the bottom. That makes a lot more sense. I do wish there was a little bit more Velcro. See how that feels. Actually, that's pretty good. All right, let's open this up. I'll need to attach the module, the battery pack, All right. Do I put these on? The L shape does not go directly into the module. I do have the right cable. See here. It looks like the L shape wraps around the hand. No, that didn't. That is not the right direction. Okay. So it is that one. It looks like it curves around and then plugs right into the module. All right. That is insecure. It looks like it's supposed to go in a little bit more, but it does not go in any farther than that. All right, now for the next one. So I just attach this to my finger, just like I did the other one, with the module pointing out. All right, so USB-C to USB-C. Plug the L shape into the battery, wrap it around the hand. Make sure that's secure. All right, that feels pretty good. I can reach all the buttons. Nothing is getting caught so far. Looks like I would just hold this down if I wanted to turn it on. I'm glad it does come with some charge though, but I think I'm going to charge these up a little bit more. I'd like to get the full 14 hours out of them, but just want to turn these off for now. Right, there we go. And it looks like it's just a press and hold to turn this off. There we go. All right, now I'll clean up a little bit, get these charged. All right, we are back. I just finished charging my controllers. I charged the gloves. I charged the 5 trackers. And I'm just moving the boxes out of the way. So let's dump out the contents of this bag. So it looks like we have 2 screws and we have bracket here. Left the other one in the box. All right. Let's see how this works. So screw goes in the bracket. Guess I just pop it on. Then do I just screw this in? That doesn't feel right because it's not latching on. Maybe I need a better angle at it. Yeah, that is way too loose. Oh. I need to actually screw it in. That is why it comes with a screw. There we go. Line up the plastic and just screw it in. Nice and secure. Label still intact. And now I just pop it in. Give it a little shake. All right, nice and secure. All right, let's do the other one. We'll just screw that in too. Oh, I need to line that up a little bit better so the plastic goes into the Vive controller and match up. There we go, and now I just use the tool provided. Nice and and I'll just put that off to the side. I don't think we'll need that anymore. All right, and now I should just line it up and pop it on. There we go, nice and secure. Shake it around a little bit. Perfect. There we go. Going back to the strap, I realized that I had to put my thumb through the thumb hole, then take the USB-C to USB-C from the battery, run it through the strap, and then connect it to the module. It's important to note that I also assigned the trackers to be held in hand in Steam VR. I was having some issues where when I first put on the gloves, I couldn't hit the trigger button. I had to adjust the sensitivity, and then I had to adjust the sensitivity of the grip. And when I did talk to support, all they had me do was really just recalibrate constantly and take pictures of the sensor readings. So that's really about it. Yeah, this isn't a review by any means. This is more of after opening the box, what I had to do on my screen and what it looked like. I installed the provided USBs, and then I had to go to the website to install the UDCap driver. I then needed to open Steam VR and enable the UDCap software in add-ons, then do a restart. I noticed that if I closed the UDCap driver, it stopped working and the gloves would disappear from the Steam VR menu. At the time of this recording, Space Calibrator is no longer supported, so you won't see your gloves in Space Calibrator. I had to use the provided software in order to change the orientation in space, so it would be too far to the left, too far to the right, too far forward. I wasn't able to sign at all. I ended up needing a second person to sit at the computer while I looked at the hands and I lifted the headset up and then I told them left, right, or up. It was completely impossible for me to change the X, Y, and Z axes without having that second person sitting at the computer. I found out that I didn't have to click F1 to do the quick calibration. I could just double click the power button and it would go into this quick calibrator. So fist, flat palm, and then fingers spread apart. And that was pretty easy to do. You'll notice that after calibrating, my thumb is still going behind my hand, and that is a problem I'm still unable to resolve as of this recording. But again, they said to just keep recalibrating. That hasn't fixed anything for me, unfortunately. Here I'm testing the haptics in the module, so the only part that does vibrate is the 2 points on that index finger. The haptics don't work in VRChat, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find some type of game I'll be able to test it in. Back to the thing about the X and Y axis. The most important thing to know is when I was pulling the trigger, it would close the menu. That is why I needed that second person sitting there to hit the buttons for me while I looked at my hand, looked at the glove, picked up the headset, looked down at my hand to try to get it oriented in space. Luckily, once that was set up, I was good to go, and I didn't need that second person anymore. And sorry about the footage, I know it's shaky and in first person, but it wasn't meant to be shared. I did go back and realize, you know what, I should do a first impression on it. So here's the big question, can I sign? So there are issues with tracking the pinky and the thumb. When I go to make that A shape, it does move the pinky. At this point, you can see that the pinky is supposed to be down. That C shape is roughly the same as if I had index controllers. E would probably be better with different gestures. F can be a hit or a miss depending on the thumb. Here you can see the thumb is lagging behind. H looks pretty clean, 2 fingers touching together. I looks okay, still that pinky is moving with that thumb. That doesn't look like the letter K, it looked like the peace sign. That looks like I love you and not the letter L. Here I just gave up and went back to VR sign. The thumb did pretty good on P. VR sign is just going to have to work for R and S. It actually took that S shape okay. The UDCap gloves, I think, beat out the indexes when it comes to doing the U shape, the Y shape, and just moving that index finger back and forth. I do like that, but I do need a lot more time with these to give a good analysis of it. Here I'm staring at my thumb again, acting weird, because at this point my thumb is resting and it does not want to go into a resting position. Here's some quick calibration. Double click the power button or hit F1. Fist. Flat hand. And then spread your fingers apart. And it should be done with a quick calibration, and you can see the sensors on the left side of the gloves. I plan on doing an unboxing of the big screen VR2E VR edition, and also I made a full body tracking system with only cell phones, and they were cell phones I got for roughly $20 each. If any of that interests you, subscribe, like, follow, hit the notification bell if you'd like. Alright, thanks.